You're likely not going to want to retrieve all instances of a given entity, but rather you're going to want to filter that. So how do you retrieve all instances of an entity that match a certain criteria? All right, so let's go back to our example here. And I'm going to comment out this line of code. And let's rework that line of code. And we're going to use the where extension method that's available in LINQ, so LINQ to entities. And here I'm going to give it a lambda expression. And we'll say where the total amount is greater than 200, for example, or 200 or equal to, because I think one of the rows actually has that. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. And notice that what you get back from this is an iQueryable of order, which means I can just keep on adding additional filter methods. And what's going on behind the scenes when this is interpreted is that it's adding a where clause to the transact SQL that will ultimately get executed out on SQL Server. So we can continue to add additional clauses by adding additional wheres to this iQueryable that gets returned when calling the where method. But ultimately, when we attempt to access that orders, it's going to, at that moment, when we look at the first order in that collection, it'll go off and execute that that select statement essentially against SQL Server. We'll convert it to a list or at least an iCollection of order, okay, that we can iterate through. So it should be the same. We'll just, what we see is different here as the output. So let's go ahead and run the application. And now instead of 3, we only see 2 rows of data, row 1 and row 3. So since one of the prerequisites was that you should have some background in working with collections and with LINQ and with lambda expressions, I hope that there's nothing here that really surprised you. As it turns out, there are many different extension methods available in the Entity Framework for these sorts of filtering queries. You can also sort. You can do grouping and other aggregation type queries. And this could warrant a large course just on LINQ to entities alone. So I don't want to get too deep into that. Just know that there is a way to filter and to sort data, usually using the where clause for filtering and then sorting. We can do something like order by or order by descending, kind of in the same thing. So order by p dot total amount, order by descending. Let's even do that, right? Now we're kind of falling off the edge here. And what I like to do when I write LINQ queries, because they can get awfully long because you're chaining together these commands, is just kind of go to the next line and use the style syntax. I might even do something like this, right? So this is all one line of code, but it's a little cleaner because it indents it nicely. So let's order by descending the total amount as long as that total amount is greater than 200. We only have 2 rows of data, so this won't be super impressive, but now you can see, well, let's do it the other way around. Let's go order by, that should be a little bit more impressive, but only a little bit. Okay, so row 3 with the ID of 3 is first, and it's 200 because we're now ordering in ascending order. Okay,